Hi, welcome to the unofficial Red Sox Fantasy Campers podcast, episode 2.
The original 8.
And we're talking about the original 8 ladies who remain at camp that started this camp. I mean, there was probably a lot more that we don't know of, but we have 8 ladies: Tina, Corinne, Janet, Jody, Jean, Lisa, Jackie, and Sue. Now, they have played, this will be their 8th year, but they didn't play 1 year in 2020 because of COVID.
Okay.
All right, so it begs the question, how did this all start?
Right, because the women's camp started after the men's camp.
Right. So we know that Donna Cohen had something to do with it, but as we said before, we wanted to interview our campers when we're at the hotel or whenever we see them or have time. But these ladies probably have all the information that we could possibly ask for.
More important than information, for me, some of them spell fear. They send a shiver down my spine. And I'll tell you why. I played a game in Fenway, and Lisa Lombardo was on the other team. And we saw her at the plate, and we're like, uh-oh, Lisa Lombardo's up at bat. Like a lot of women, where you're paying attention. Yeah. You're not like spitting out pumpkin seeds at that moment because you need to pay attention. But she wound up hitting an in-park home run. It would have been cool if she hit over the monster, though. Wow. That would have been a really good story.
And she runs really fast, too.
Yeah, she was... Yeah, that was hard to watch.
I was lucky to have her on my team this year. She was a wealth of knowledge. But again, I don't know if it's because we didn't have the time or I didn't even think of it, but I want to know what happened 9 years ago when this started. Did they post it on the Red Sox page?
Well, and I want to know these original 8 because I'm bad with names.
Yes.
Like, did these other women play sports? Because I don't know Lisa's background, but I'm assuming she has a sports background. Just based on what I've seen. But I'm wondering if these other ladies also have a sport. Well, we know Jackie. Obviously, she's another one that I look at and go, uh-oh.
Yeah, I know some of them were either coaches or gym teachers, I think. But we're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's when it first started, they put it out, let's say, on the Red Sox. I'm keep thinking Facebook, but it wasn't Facebook back then. What would it have been? Just the Red Sox website. Did it say?
There wasn't Facebook back then?
Was there?
This is 5 years ago. Was it 9 years?
Yeah.
It was 9 years ago?
Yeah, because they've been playing 8 years, I think, and there was 1 year.
8 years?
Yeah,
the original 8 has been playing 8 years.
Yeah, because they were photographed. I have all the pictures from camp, and I got up every time they put a group of people.
Wow.
7 year, the 6th year, the 5 year, and all that. So I go up and take pictures all the time. So I have this picture.
If anyone has the original MySpace posting, let me know.
Well, however they found out, whether there was things on telephone poles, little signs.
Well, I know
saying, come to Fenway and audition. I don't know.
There's another scary hitter, and that is. She was on my team.
Is she one of these original 8?
No.
Oh.
Well, why wasn't she on there?
Well, she didn't start. This is the group that started.
It's Chrissy Massey.
Yeah, but Chrissy Massey had 5 years.
I thought she went on the. Oh, she only had 5. But she came from the men's team, didn't she?
I'm sorry, Chrissy Massey. I'm thinking somebody else. I'm sorry, Chrissy Massey.
I thought she played on the men's
Let's see
team.
where she is. Well, she did. She did.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So I know some of these guys, and Jackie said that the guys are trying to get her to go to the men's camp too.
So was that the only thing available to them 8-9 years ago, the men's camp? Is that why Chrissy played on the men's camp?
I assume so.
All right.
So now the question is, did the Red Sox or just baseball in general didn't think there was enough interest in women's baseball that they didn't need to do a camp for women? Because obviously, I know the men's camp sells out every year, but obviously this camp has some interest if they have a new team this year.
Correct. Now I just rifled through my photos, and Chrissy Massey is a 6-year
Oh,
vet,
she's 6 year.
along with Andrea, Di, and Robin. Yeah.
So a lot of I would say the majority of the ladies come back. There's only a few that seem like they don't return.
Yeah, so, beyond the fact that how did they find out about this, what did they do? They didn't all fly down to Fort Myers, Florida, and start playing on the backfields
let me propose something to you.
Yes.
If this was any other type of camp, do you think that people would be returning every year? If this was a camp for, I don't know, let's say sewing circle or crochet, things we're supposed to be doing at our age. Do you think that people would be, I don't. I think it has to be a baseball camp.
Yeah, it's just it's not even just playing ball, it's the camaraderie. I don't think if you were sewing and knitting, you'd probably be, if you were chatting, you'd be making...
My legs wouldn't hurt, though.
You'd be dropping stitches and stuff, I don't know.
But even like the team, like even eating together, like I remember being a rookie last year, I remember thinking, wow, everybody's got like their group and they're all talking baseball and they're, I don't know, it's just a neat thing to have all these women talking baseball.
Well, my rookie year, they didn't have the cafeteria opened. They had a big tent out front where you had to walk, so it wasn't the same as the camaraderie of sitting for breakfast because you had to watch the time. You had to walk way over there to this tent, or limp in my case, and then and then go back. Yeah, it was a lot better this year.
So, and we have a little bit of a scoop.
We do?
From Sean Smith.
What was the scoop?
The scoop is we're going to eat the same identical food as the Red Sox this year.
And Sean Smith is the GM of JetBlue Park.
Yep.
Our good buddy.
And he's a great guy, and he's got a real good personality. You all can just ask him anything you want.
Yeah, he said there's a lot of surprises this year.
Yep, so this year should be really exciting.
But, so we're going to be eating the same food. Because Angelina and I went to the Minnesota camp for, what was that reason we were there? Well, Chaim Bloom and Sean Smith, that's where we kind of met him. We're there for, what was it? It was the Minnesota Twins and the Red Sox. What is the thing that you paid to go because it was
a charity,
forum.
wasn't it?
It was a forum for the city councils. I don't know what it was. It
was like the Chamber of Commerce.
That's it, Chamber of Commerce, yeah. So we went there, and the Minnesota's...
And this year we're going to meet Craig Breslow.
Oh, we are, sure. Okay.
Right? Okay. Because they do it every year.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we ate the food at the Minnesota camp that day. That was fabulous.
Oh, my gosh. It was
we were
so
like,
good.
What are we eating over at JetBlue? So maybe that's why.
It was like gourmet food.
Yeah,
it
so
was wonderful food. Oh, my gosh.
Maybe that's why. Maybe we were instrumental as we were fainting over what they had to offer for us, that they said, well, maybe we better do this at the Red Sox Park, too.
Yeah, and I will say Sean he's really reading the comments you guys are making, and he's taking them very seriously. So if you have changes you'd like to see implemented, he really does care about the campers, and he wants everyone to be really happy.
Yeah. He showed up the last day, I think, of our ladies' camp. I saw him walking around, and then he was there the 2 weeks for the men's camp, And then we saw him all through spring training, too, but...
All right, so we're going to rely on ladies to give us feedback about how this camp was started.
And so, was it very pricey in the beginning? What did you get? What was it included? Was it down here at JetBlue? Was it, for only a few days? Were you in the same locker room you're in now? I don't know how. If they had pressure from some women saying, you got to have a women's camp, what did they think they could do to appease the women? Did they go all out and give us lots of good stuff too, or did they just put their toe in the water to see if this would pan out, if people were interested? I wonder.
Is there anything else we need to talk about this week?
Well, I want to say, besides asking all the ladies about this stuff, I hope, and I've asked on my, what are those things called, the surveys, I always say, why don't you include what these people's careers are, or what did they do in life? Yeah. Because my rookie season, one of the last days, somebody had fallen, run into first, and I heard him yelling, "Get the doc!" And then one of my players ran out, and I was like, "What?" And they said, "Oh, she's a doctor." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I was talking with someone who messaged me because of our last podcast. It was very, very complimentary. It was very nice, and she was saying there had been a judge who played back in the day.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So I'd like to hear. I know we've got an airline pilot.
So maybe we ask these ladies when we're interviewing them what their day job is.
When they run past us in the lobby with our paper press hats on, just tell us what you did. We could make a game of it. It could be the two truths and a lie, where all the ladies sit on top of the dugouts, and the coaches have to guess what we did for a living.
We're just taking over. They're gonna love that.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Well, I have to say today is a balmy day here in Florida. The last couple of days, it was 54 degrees at Fort Myers when the day started. Yeah. So, ladies, don't bring that cold weather with you. We don't like this, We want it nice and hot. But I think that would be interesting to find out about how this camp began and what it was all about, and what people do for a living, or did for a living, or like to do, there's such an array of eclectic
yes
people, you know.
And personalities.
Personalities, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're wrapping up this episode.
Yeah, because we're tired.
Yeah, but if you ladies, we're literally at DBAT, the hitting. We just did hitting for an hour, so we're tired. Pickles already came from Pilates to do hitting with me. So if you ladies have a topic you would like us to cover, please let us know.
I did ask Sean if he wanted me to teach a Pilates class, and he said, "Oh, Pickles, we got that covered." So you think he was?
God only knows what's happening this year.
Was he like, no, Pickles, no more?
I have no idea.
Well, that's okay. We'll all be stretched out.
Yes. Oh, and ladies, also, I've been doing Tai Chi every day.
Well, you said that last time.
Yeah, and if there's anyone who's interested in it, let me know, and I'll send you the guy that I watch on YouTube, because it's free, and it's so good, and, like, they teach you breathing, and I'm so relaxed after I do that in the morning.
Oh, good.
And there's a lot of stretching and everything, so it has been helping me.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is Double-A.
Yeah, and Pickles, and if there's anything else you want us to talk about or ask, we'd be happy to throw it out there.
Yep, but we can't wait to see you ladies in a couple weeks.
T-minus what? How many days now?
Is it 20 days today?
20? Oh, boy.
Isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, 20.
We're ready.
All right, well, we're signing off, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.